Alright guys, what's up? It's Soup Gaming here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make the unraidable base. Now first we're going to start off with the location of this base. Now don't jump to conclusions when you see it first. So we're here in between the north and south snow biome. And this base location is actually off the map and there's not too many people that know about this spot. So I'm going to pull out the GPS here and we're at 51.7000, which the zeros actually don't matter. As you see, if I move around here, it's not changing. But one thing that you can look out for, like a location instead of using your GPS, is if you look at this rock right here and then you go off to your right, we're at the farthest point where it comes out the farthest, like we're at the tip right here. Alright, so now basically what you want to do is start heading down, and you'll notice right here we have this nice cozy spot here. And this is where we're going to set up the unraidable base. So here's what you guys are going to actually need to make this front line of defense, and this is not like including turrets, Plan X, or none of that. This is just setting up the structure. Then we're going to go ahead and set up the Plan X and turrets and all that. So what you guys are going to need is, first off, 2 metal doors, 2 metal door frames, 250 metal pillars, 150 metal walls, 150 metal ceilings, 50 metal foundations, 2 metal ladders, 1 metal behemoth gate, and 1 metal behemoth gateway. And this is assuming you don't misplace anything. And this is like the walls and ceilings and metal pillars. Those are all just rough estimates of what you're going to need. You may need a little less, you may need a little more. Alright guys, so what you're going to want to first take is your metal behemoth gate. And I'm just going to try and show you guys a view of what I got so you guys can place it just like I have it, because I actually ended up misplacing it and I had to redo the whole tutorial. So this is the second go at the tutorial, and if sometimes you end up placing this behemoth gate, it's not going to let you place the door. But if you guys place it the way I have it, and the right side of the gate is about a quarter way up in the rock, you should actually be able to place the gate itself, and it can open and all that. Alright guys, so now that we have our metal behemoth gate placed, we can start placing our pillars. So now what you want to do is go up to the side of the behemoth gate and look at the angle you want to place your pillars. So I want to place it going towards this way, so I'm going to actually end up bringing it towards me, and then I'm going to try and spin it and give it enough room so I can place a ceiling there. Alright, so that should be good there. And as you guys can see, I'm trying to snap the ceiling down because I want the ceiling down there, but it's not letting me snap it. So the easy way around that is to take a foundation and go ahead and snap it to the pillar. It's kind of in the rock. And now we'll be able to place our ceiling. And now we can go ahead and destroy that foundation, and we'll be able to snap our pillars going all the way down. Alright, so as you guys can see, when I try and snap a pillar to the pillars, it's saying I can't place a structure there. And the simple way around that is going ahead and taking a ceiling, placing it down. Then it will allow you to place your pillar. So now what we're going to want to do is place our walls. Alright guys, so our whole goal with these pillars was to place it so if someone was to even manage to get up to your base, they wouldn't be able to like walk around them or anything. So now they can't walk around them. So now what we're going to want to do is go ahead go inside, and we're going to actually want to place a second layer or second row of ceilings. So now what we want to do is start placing our ceilings across these pillars. So now what I'm doing is basically closing this whole pillbox. If you guys don't know what a pillbox is, it's basically a box that has a generator, then has some turrets on it. So now our door is going to actually end up being right here, right where the behemoth gate's at. Go ahead and place the door in here. And now this is what this is going to be. This is going to be a Jenny room, and we're going to link all the Jennies together, and I'll show you guys how to do that here when it actually comes up to that step. So now what you guys can go ahead and do is get out your metal ladder and place it right here, right where the door is basically. Go ahead and hop on the ladder and start placing one pillar on top of each ceiling where the pillars have already been placed beneath. So don't place it like right here. Place it where the pillars are like right under the ceiling. So now we have our pillars placed, and the whole idea with these pillars is to actually build them so tall that they end up going into the rock, so nothing can like fly above us and go in. Alright, so we have our pillars placed, and basically this is going to defend us from Quetzals and RGs trying to get into your base, and basically any land dino if someone manages to get a land dino down here. The only way a Quetzal or RG could get into your base is if this gate's open. And basically the only bird slash dino that can get into your base without you actually opening the gate is going to be a pterodon. Alright, so the next step is to go ahead and grab your ceilings and actually try and snap them. I know you can't see them because of the rock, but that's fine. Just snap them all the way down these metal walls. Alright guys, so the structure on this side is basically complete, and what we're gonna do is actually end up repeating this structure on this side. Alright guys, so we're in the middle of repeating our pillbox on the other side, and as you guys can see, there's little cracks in between these walls and ceilings. And that's honestly not a big deal. You don't have to be worried about that because you're going to have turrets up here shooting rockets, and it's not going to be able to get to the generator or nothing like that. Alright guys, so once you guys get to this side and you guys get to the end of where you're placing the pillars, you're going to notice that it's not going to let you, when you snap it, it's not going to let you place it. So what you guys are going to want to do is just move slightly over and you'll find a green spot. I know you guys aren't going to have it exactly placed like me, but it's going to be similar, so you're still probably not going to be able to place it. And there you go, that's an easy fix. Now, alright guys, so we finished stage 1 of the base. We have the pillbox practically set up. All we need to do is set up Plant X and the turrets, and we're basically done. Alright guys, so the next step is to get 50 large crop plots, and this is going to be for our X-plants. Now the reason we place these ceilings up here is for our X-plants. So we're going to start putting our X-plants on these ceilings, place them all the way down. Alright guys, so we have our large crop plots down here for our X-plants. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our other crop plots and place them in between each pillar. Don't place them like this because then the X-plant can't shoot as easily. Place them in between like that, so then the X-plant can shoot. Alright, so our large crop plots are down, and now we're going to repeat this process to the other side. Alright, so we placed down our large crop plots on the other side. Now you guys are probably wondering, how are we going to get water down here? Well, as you guys probably seen earlier in the video, it was raining down here, but the rain's not going to get to the X-plants or large crop plots. What you're going to need is metal reservoirs, so I'm going to show you guys where to place them so they're kind of out of the way. Alright, so what you guys are going to need for this next step is 30 metal reservoirs, 10 metal irrigations inclined, 30 metal irrigation taps, and 55 metal irrigation intersection pipes. And you're also going to need a couple ceilings for this. Alright, so what you guys are going to want to do is come to your last ceiling, place one ceiling out, place a pillar on that ceiling for additional support. Then place another ceiling out. And then go ahead and place one more ceiling out. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is take your metal irrigation, the intersection, and you want to line it up. Alright, so we lined up our metal irrigation intersection, and it was kind of hard, but we figured it out. So now what you're going to want to go ahead and do is place one inclined pipe going up, just like that. Then go ahead to the other side of your intersection and place one more intersection coming out. Then go ahead and place another inclined piping going up. So now what you guys are going to want to do with these intersections is start placing them just like so their rain will actually be able to reach them. And once you place about 6 just like that, you should be fine. So now what you guys are going to do is start snapping your reservoirs to this piping. Alright, so we ended up placing 11 metal reservoirs, and that's going to be enough to hold 5,500 water. So now what you're going to want to do is take one of your other inclined pipes and go ahead and snap it up like that, going towards your large crop plots. Go ahead and destroy this pillar, which is actually going to help us. That's not a big deal. You don't need that anymore. You just needed that to line up your pipe. Now you can go ahead and place 2 intersections. Alright guys, so basically you're going to start placing them across all the way down. So now that we have our intersections going all the way across those large crop plots, go ahead and place an inclined pipe going up like this, and then we can start placing them on these crop plots up here. As you guys can tell, it's not the straightest irrigation, but it doesn't matter. As long as the irrigation's reaching the X-plants, it's all good. Alright guys, so we're on the other side, and we're not going to do it all the way in the back like we did over there. We're going to have to do it in the front here, so it can actually reach the water, because if we do it back there, it's going to have that rock in front of it. So this time we're going to extend it out 4 ceilings, and we're going to place our first intersection. Alright guys, so the reservoirs may look a bit sloppy in the front, but it's important that we keep them protected and that we don't put them like down here or something so they can get easily rocketed. If they're up here, they're going to have the auto turrets protecting them somewhat. But now we're just going to end up repeating the same process and placing our intersections going down and placing them going up and along these large crop plots. Alright guys, so we have our irrigation set up on both sides, and now basically we just need to wait for it to rain so those crop plots can get water and we can go ahead and put the X-plants in them. Alright guys, while we're waiting for it to rain, we're going to go ahead and go inside our little pillbox, and we're going to start placing down the generators, and we're going to link them all together. So what you're going to need is about 10 generators, 25 electrical outlets, and 25 electrical intersections. So what you're going to first take is your intersection. Go ahead and line it up, and then go ahead and once you have it lined up, go ahead and place it. Alright, so what you guys are going to do is place down your generator, then skip an intersection, then place another one, then skip an intersection, then place another one. Alright, so now we have 4 generators in this one box. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is start placing our outlets. Alright, so now we have our outlets placed, and we have gasoline. Now we can test it. So as you guys can see, it's all linked together. If I turn this one on and this one off, they're still linked. Same for this one and this one. And if I turn this one off, it completely turns off. So you gotta have one running at all times. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and repeat this process in the other building. Alright. For this next step, you guys are going to need approximately 60 auto turrets. And this is just all the auto turrets you're going to need in general. It's just not for this side and that side. You're going to need some on the back here too. So what you guys are going to want to do is take your turret and go in between your pillars and place it one to the side like that, and go to the other pillar and place it like that. now they should be kind of intersecting each other, and then we're just going to go to the next pillar and repeat that same thing and so forth. Alright guys, so now we're in the interior of the base, and we have these ceilings on the back of our pillboxes, and now what we're going to go ahead and do is place one auto turret on each ceiling. Alright guys, for this next step, and what makes this base so unraidable, is Ballista Turrets. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go to each side of your Metal Behemoth gate and place down one metal foundation, and go ahead and place your turret on it, your Ballista Turret. So now I'm on here, I can get chain bolas and whatnot, and then if I hit the Quetzal, it basically just falls to its death, and the raid's basically over. And then I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same thing on this side. So our last and final step to complete this base is Plant X. You're going to need about 50 Plant X seeds, and you know, if you want to fill up the crop pot with fertilizer, that's fine. I'm just going to throw 4 in each one for now. Alright guys, so what you're about to see next is a clip of me actually trying to get inside our base, because I knew of a little spot where I could actually get a teardown in if I could get in fast enough, and as you guys can see, I get absolutely mowed down in this next clip you're about to see.
I believe in you.
I'm in. Alright guys, that's basically it for the cliff base build slash unraidable base build. Make sure to keep the turrets on medium, Plant X on high, and yeah, if this video helped you guys, if you guys like this base design, I'll definitely be doing more, but make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe for more awesome content. Thanks.